and I'm your host, Kimonoskunk. I'm your driver at large that's failed to been restrained yet and put into a rubber room. I'll be driving all my cars on Forza 3 on the Goliath track. That's the course that winds all through Forza 3 is the final track that you get. It's between 23 and 25 miles long. I'm not quite sure how long it is, but I'm taking all my cars and I'm pitting them one against the other against my mediocre driving skills. I'm not like DonJoeWon Song, who's an incredible racer on here on Forza. I got about the same racing ability as the common house plant, so that's about me. Alright, but I'm going to try and keep this entertaining as anything, so I'm copying down all my times that I've done, and I'm just going to make a comparison after everything's done. I have about 195 cars on here. I have not counted. And what I do is I just lightly modify them and to where they're all lightly performance oriented, like all-wheel drive, good tires, race brakes, race suspension. But I don't touch the engine internals to make the cars more powerful. I do it just to make them breathe easier, and that's it. No other stuff added to them, like superchargers or turbos like that. Hey, it looks like I got a viewer on here. Let's see who the lucky victim is. If you want to say hi, please do in chat. I'll see you right on my screen here. And while I'm on my screen here, I'm going to go to progress. Right here, what I'm going to do is go here to skill shop. Click on that, and what I'm going to do is go to skills. Before you race, okay, they bailed on me. Alright, so I'm all alone here now. What you want to do is go here to skills, and follow my cursor. I'm going to go up to the upper left hand corner where these tires and the stars are highlighted. What that does, that gives you earn triple skill XP for the next 3 campaign races. I used one of them for still have 2 more available, and when you do that you just pay 10 and it'll grant you all those points again. You just feed it back in to keep using it for every Goliath race you get, and the points are just multiplied and multiplied on each other. So if you do more laps than just 1 lap, it'll multiply that much higher and that much more, and you go up that much faster. Trust me, it works. I've done it quite a lot. So if you're here for a little bit of a teaser that I had shown everybody, you'll know I got a new car from the auction house. Spent a little bit for it, but hey, I had 14 million, almost 15 million, so yeah, I could afford it. Okay, yeah, bad joke, but yeah, it's a Ford, but I'm not going to say much more other than that, so you'll see it when it comes. Alright, well, let's get this race started. And how you do that is you set up the event. Click the boxes button, go to exhibition, click on that, wait for it to load. You want to go 1, 2, 3. Third one over, anything goes with DonJoeWon Song's Goliath. Anything goes competition that he set up. It's for 1 lap. Watch what happens when you press enter. You get your cars available to race, and not when you go to the fairgrounds. The auto dealerships, they give you their cars to race on most races. Not these. These are your own cars that you work on. I mean, look at my Alfa right there. I got the weight lower tires on there. Yeah, I just like the look of them, and I like the feel of them. So that's why I always try and put them on all the cars I have. Even in real life, I always try and put weight lower tires on all the vehicles I had. But yeah, it's me. Go figure. Just want to be different. Alright, like it shows here, I'm going to be racing my Alfa Romero 8C Competizione. I guess that's how you say it. I did write down a time for it before, and it is 13:16:463. Now, I'm going to race this again because I streamed a lot of cars before I knew what I was doing. I wanted to upload them all on YouTube all in one shot, but it wouldn't do it. YouTube got cranky. My tablet started having seizures and it just wouldn't do it. So I'm going to cut these streams down to 2 cars per stream. Then I'll just load them up that way. Make them easier bites. A little more edible, bite-sized, chewables, I guess you could say. So you're not going to be stuck with me for at least an hour and a half, trying to go through all these cars. But yeah, let's get this race going and let's see how well I do. Alright, choosing that one, and right before I race, take a quick sip of iced tea. That's good stuff. My wife makes it for me every day. Skunk gotta be hydrated, you know what I mean. Alright, so I'm in my easy chair here. I'm gonna start racing, and hopefully I'll be able to do this fairly well without embarrassing myself too much. But hey, there's always a chance of it, so just expect it. I'm just gonna make this as fun as I can. I'm not a professional. I got about the same racing ability as the common house plant. About a shrub, I guess. I'm working up to rosebush, but I'm still a shrub. One thing my wife did comment on, she loves the color of the car. Yeah, I don't blame her. This looks really nice as well. I'd love to actually see one in real life, to see how they actually look in the real sunshine, not, you know, like rendered. But I don't think there's any Alfa Romero dealers around here in the Philadelphia area. That's where I'm from. I'm from south and west of the city, about an hour and a half. I live more closer to Lancaster and Harrisburg in the middle of Pennsylvania. But Lancaster's a beautiful area. A lot of Amish buggies. Yeah, the farmers with the really long beards and the black clothes and all that, yeah. But they're really nice people. They tend to keep to themselves. They don't really chat to anybody that much. They call us the English, you know, because they're basically German, so. But, you know, it's not a knock against us. It's just a different lifestyle. But, you know, they're always, you know, really friendly. See the horses all around. Ow, that hurt. I was amazed I didn't run over that guy's toes. Right there on the sidewalk. He was just scratching his head like, dude, your car. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. One thing I did notice, that when you're racing against other driver avatars, or as they call them, drivatars, here in the game, they match to the car that you're driving. So it's not going to be like you're racing your Alfa Romero and everybody else is driving Chevettes. No, they're going to be matched up with the ability of your car, not the ability of your driver, because you know, I'm just bad at driving, so. Up here you do have to be a little bit more careful. The turns are a lot more tighter and you can't really see them that well. Only because, you know, it's in the rainforest part here. But this is a really fun track. I really do enjoy it. The more I race it, the more I enjoy it. But of course it still has its really scary parts. Coming up here, we're going to be coming up to a bridge after a turn up here. And there's always a chance of overcompensating and sliding. That's what happened to me, so I should know better, but obviously I don't. I'm a skunk. I'm trying. Yeah, I was preparing for this turn. I turned it too early, thinking I was going to be able to slide the car a lot more, but I didn't, so. Hey, I admit I'm wrong a lot of times. And hey, if you see me fail on here, they're going to go on YouTube just like all the wins I get. Because hey, fails are what makes this channel possible. It's what makes it entertaining. I mean, who wants to watch NASCAR races for one driver to beat another one by a fender? No, you tune in there and see the huge accidents and the drivers walking away, usually. But if they don't walk away, you know, you're going to start really feeling bad, and hopefully they'll be alright. When like me on here, I just hit the reset button and keep going. Now, of course, I know doing 130 and slamming your car sideways into a tree is going to be fatal to you and the tree. And besides, the tree's innocent. You're the one that's racing. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to do anything like this out in real life. I mean, come on. It's hard enough just driving just with some kind of sanity out here with all the other nut jobs out here. Just ask my wife. She's the one that usually drives now. I mean, I used to be a professional driver, quote unquote. with a CDL license and all that. Yeah, I used to be a truck driver. Worked all around here though, all local work. That's up to 300 miles away from Philadelphia and back in one night. And there was a job I had on occasion where I'd have to go out to Illinois, but then that was an overnight job. It was still good. You know, I had to retire in 2012 when I got hurt, and I wasn't able to work anymore. So I'm going through Pennsylvania's retirement, you know, for my retirement money they owe me since 2012. And they're putting up a fuss about it because it's a good bit of money and they don't want to pay it. So I gotta show them that I'm not workable, that I'm disabled. So it's just a long fight. Usually people get it between 2 and 3 years. I've been fighting mine double that for 6. So to try and keep what sanity I have left, I'm actually here at my house actually playing Forza. I have a Patreon page, I have YouTube channels, so hopefully if you want to check out my Patreon, it's Double Stripe Racing with Kimonoskunk in Patreon, Facebook, and YouTube. Hey, even a little dollar helps. Hey, if I can get paid $1 more a month, hey, that's another bag of ramen noodles I get to eat tonight. So there you go, that'll work. Every little bit will help the channel. Hey, as long as you guys are entertained, I'm happy about it. My man, even in 6th gear, this car really sounds good. The exhaust is just a bit crackly enough to make it sound like it's an actual V8, which it is, as far as I know. I'm not sure the specs or the stats on it, but it just sounds really good. It doesn't sound like a V10 or a V12 if you ask me that. Me and the Porsche are right next to each other. I think that was the Panamera. Another Porsche I really do like the looks of. Even when they first came out, everybody didn't like the looks of them. Journalists, magazines, online reviewers, and whatnot. They didn't like the Panamera. I did. I used to deliver car parts for different dealerships, and oh, this is gonna get ugly. And one of the places that I delivered to was a Porsche dealer. I got to see all the nice cars they had out there. And one of the nice cars they had was a beautiful, I guess it was like a pearl white Panamera. Brand new, gorgeous leather interior. Of course, they all come in leather interior. And I just jaw hit the floor. It was that nice. I was like, I like these. Of course, I like the older Porsches too, like the 914, the Porsche that's kind of based on the Carmen Ghia by VW in the 70s. Yeah, I would like one of those too, but sadly enough, they're still on 2-seaters. And I have a family. I have a beautiful wife, and I have a beautiful 13-year-old little girl who loves cars. So we have to have some with 4 seats. And as far as I know, you can comment to me and say, oh, the Porsche 911 does have 4 seats in it. So let me know. I'm not sure, but no. I'm willing to listen. I can learn. That and the Panamera, as far as I know. And of course, the Cayenne and the other Porsche SUV. I'm trying to remember. I think that was the one. The Cayenne, yeah. I'm really going to try my best to try and catch up to these guys. I am. I feel bad for the road crews. Always have to replace all these signs in the game. I work for the PennDOT, Pennsylvania DOT Transportation. You know, the guys that repair the signs, you know, repair the roadways, you know, do all the blacktop work and all that. Yeah, I've done that for a season because, you know, I had a CDL license. I've had a CDL license ever since 2004, and that's right after my daughter was born, so just wanted to let you know about that. Yeah, I was a professional driver for 8 years. I do enjoy it. I just miss it though. I miss driving all the nice equipment, like dump trucks and all that. But I don't miss driving for all the idiotic bosses I've had. I've had a couple bosses that were super nice, super good to work around and work with. And I was a dumbass and I figured I was going to drive tanker trucks for a local milk company, and I made the mistake of leaving one of my favorite jobs. But that happens. You know, you thought you'd be making better for your family, but it turned out it was a mistake, and somebody else got hired for the job. So I still keep in touch with everybody at that job I had before. Super nice people, always glad to see me, we always say hi and everything, so. But like I said, we all move on. And now I can't go back to that job anyway because I'm not driving. Besides, it's almost an hour and a half away, so I moved out of the area of where it is. Now this is a great race here. Look at this race between everybody. Whoa, we all got slammed. I don't know what happened, but man, I think somebody might have hit one of those big old potted concrete plants. Got stopped and somebody hit him from behind and got him going, and it was just a like a domino effect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that on the replay. This car just moves and it really sticks. I just love how it feels. Here comes one of the hardest turns in the whole course here. Yep, I made it through. Wow. Miracles never cease. If I can quit driving right up these guys' backsides like a noob, I think I'll do halfway decent. Now you gotta be careful up here. There's a really hard right-hand turn. It's up around this corner here. You have to slow down for it. If you don't, you're going to hit the houses on the left side. Believe me, I've done it many, many times, and it's frustrating every time. Yep, those houses right there. I usually end up pinballing from the left side to the right side. Concrete barriers here. And there I go, swinging into him like a noob again. I can't do that. Well, I gotta be a better racer than that. I think I know what I'm doing. Half the time. Yeah, I'm lucky that guy behind me gave me the bump. Otherwise, I'd probably be in like 10th place right now. That's why you gotta stay out of the water. It will pull you off to the side. It will mess up your lines. Yeah, I don't think I beat my previous time though. I might, I'm not sure. No, I don't think I did. I wrecked those a couple times, and that's not good. That's sideways, right into the camera. Alright, let's see what my time is. 14:13.887. And see, the reason why I'm using the new time right now is because when I post it on YouTube, everybody's going to see it. I'm just being honest. And I can't prove the other time to you, as nobody's going to be able to see it. So that's how it works. See, I was about a minute off on that one, but I'll try and do better next time. And you see that perk bonus right there, 25 grand? That's what helps you at the end of the race here. Ooh, almost leveled up again. Alright, let's see what I win here. I'll gladly take that Corvette. No problem with that. And spun me a cheap one. There you go. Every time it lights up pink like that, put cheap in the chat and I'll know what you're talking about. Alright, my stream's going on about 21 minutes right now, so I do have time for another race. Let's see what the next one's going to be. Okay. This one's going to be the Alfa Romero Milano, I believe. That's 17 minutes, 25 seconds, .779. So let's see if I beat that time anyway. But after this Goliath race is all completed, I'm going to go back at it again with this Alfa Romero 8C. This is such a gorgeous car. I know I could do better with it. Like I said, click the third one over. And start your cars from left to right. And that's what I'm doing. That's the one I'll be racing next. Then next I'll be even racing that sand buggy, the AMX Javelin, then the two Aero Atoms, the all-wheel drive Atom, the one that you use in the sand and all that, and then you have the competition one that's for the the racetracks. This one. I've taken this one on this track before. It was so frighteningly fast, I was shaking at the end of it. That's how scared I was. Alright, but hey, moving on to better things. Let's do this one. Yes, even though there's nobody watching on stream right now, I do have two other people watching me separately, my wife and my daughter. My daughter's home from school today. She wasn't feeling too hot, so she got an extra day out of it. So usually these cars are all kept stock, just with updated tires, springs, suspension, and maybe an air cleaner and exhaust pipe, but that's about it. But usually they're all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, or the dedicated rear-wheel drive cars like Camaros, Mustangs, and some Challengers. There is an all-wheel drive Challenger, so that one is going to be all-wheel drive. That's just going to be kept the way they are, so it's just going to give me a helping hand in trying to keep these cars on track, so. I just want to increase the handling of them. So they'll be best at handling, but not the best at performance. I want to keep performance pretty much stock. Very light bolt-ons, even if you call it that. Just better air box, like maybe a better fuel injection and a muffler, and that's it. No nitrous, no turbos or superchargers, anything like that. If they didn't come like that from the factory. So they didn't come like that from the factory. I'm not going to go to Jegs and offer all these big power add-ons to make everything unfair. I'm just going to race the car like it was. That's all. And that's my reasoning behind it. If you don't like it for some reason, hey, let me know. And that's the reasons why. I just want to try and keep the cars best for each other and me. So, besides, it helps me control them a bit better. I think if I would have crashed into here on the last stream and crashed like 3 times in the trees up on the top of the course here, I think I would have done a lot better with the 8C that I've been racing. Probably would have easily knocked off a minute off of that time. Yeah, this car is going to be a good bit slower than the 8C, obviously. The motor's a lot smaller and probably came out like mid-80s. When a lot of the car manufacturers were trying out different 4-cylinder engine combinations with turbos, and they just couldn't get everything dialed in right until at least the 2000s. So this car is going to show, 80s, performance numbers. 1980s, I mean. That's not to say it's a bad thing. No, it's not. It's just everybody's used to practically supercar numbers here, and that's what happens. But I remember cars back in the 80s that had 150, 170 horsepower, almost 200 horsepower, like the Mustang GTs and the Camaros. Now, I've driven them, and they were nice cars back then. They had, even though that low horsepower rating, they still had good torque numbers, and torque's what puts you back in your seat. But torque isn't everything. I mean, you gotta have the handling to back it up, because what good is a car if it's just gonna sit there lighting up the rear tires, and you're not moving? There goes all that power. Hey, got another viewer on here. Good day and welcome. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. If you'd like to say hi in the channel, say hi. If not, just kick back, relax, and enjoy the stream. But yeah, what I'm doing here is I'm actually going through some of my older stream cars that I had. That before I knew what I was doing, I actually raced a whole bunch of cars and put them in one stream on this course. Hey, hello, how you doing, buddy? How are ya? Yeah, so I'm going to stream a little bit today. Just take my time with things. I already did the 8C Alfa Romero Competizione. Gorgeous car. And I don't know if the other stream portion came up yet, but I did get another car as a teaser. So if you want to check that out on my mixer stream, see if it's actually on there. If not, I'll show you what it is after I get done this race. It's a teaser. I was lucky enough to find it, believe me. When you see how much money I have from last night to now, yeah, it cost a good penny, but I think it was really worth it. So I'm not going to tell you what kind of car it is. I want you to see it. I want you to be surprised. Like I said, I wish I could lend you the cash on here in Forza, but unfortunately they don't allow that. And because my friend, hey Stone Archer, how are you? Hello, welcome to the stream. If you're a new viewer, welcome, welcome. You're a new victim here. Just say Halo. It's harmless here. We just have good fun. Just watching me try and make it through my stream in one piece. Taking all my cars through Goliath here. That's the biggest track here in Horizon in Australia. It's about 23, 25 miles. Somewhere around there. And all through the race I just yap about nonsense about cars or where we're from or the weather or some such. So again, hello and welcome. And as you see there on my Mixer channel, I do have a Patreon that goes to my Patreon page. You can check that out. It's Double Stripe Racing with me, Kimonoskunk, and it's my little pet project. I've been working on it for about 2 weeks now. So hey, I'd start out at $1. If you got an extra $1 to give, hey, I'll take it. And with that $1, I'll make the channel better, make the videos more fun if that's possible. You know, ask Halo. I'm doing okay for myself. You know, doing the videos for free right now. But Stone, do you know Halo from any other games, or you just wandered in here by yourself? And as you see on my tachometer here, I'm in 5th gear doing 130. That means I didn't even touch the transmission, so it's as stock as you can get. It's usually you put the race transmissions in here, you have extra gear. You know, for 6th gear for, you know, real highway moving. But this one's doing okay. It's doing alright. And no matter what car I have, this is called the Going Up Against Goliath series. I'm taking all my cars. Tell you what, after the stream here, I'll open up the game so that you could join me. Tell you what, I'll do that. But if you want to join my stream, to race with me, that'll cost you. You have to donate to Patreon first. But yeah, we could race a little bit if you want after the stream's done, in between streaming tonight. That's no problem. But yeah, stick around to the end. More zaniness will come. And that goes for you too, Stone. If you want to join in with me, no problem. It's just while I'm streaming, if you want to join the stream, you gotta help pay the bills here, you know. So that's how I have it set up. The Patreon page will have the breakout of the, not the breakout, but the breakdown of the prices and everything. Hey, it's how the other streamers are doing it, so why not me? See, right there is that really hard turn that I always talk about. So if you go in it too hot, going it too fast, you'll end up in the trees on the left side, overcompensate, then you'll be on the trees in the base on the right side. Yeah, I'm trying to learn the track still. You know, this is like my 15th or 20th time around it. I've lost count already, so with different cars, I mean. Another friend of mine just popped on. Oh my god, it's me, boy. Yeah, he might be coming in here, wandering in to say hello. I don't mind. So that's what the channel's about. Getting viewers. Getting friends together, you know. Oh, come on. Well, that's a backwards spin out, don't it? Yeah, one of the viewers saw how actually bad I was driving. They probably dove for cover so I wouldn't run over them, you know, like hitting a trash can or something. Yeah, I had a couple of spinouts in the Alfa Romero 8C that I was driving previously. I love that car. It's just I forgot about how powerful it was, and I ended up spinning out at one of those switchbacks back there. Took me clearly down the hill. I had to take like 15-30 seconds just to get myself straightened out and back on the track. And that's where a lot of my time went. But this car, even though it's a little 4-cylinder, might be a straight 6, but it sounds really good. So I believe it has a turbo as well. It's just, it really sounds really good. It sounds like maybe some of the older Porsche 911s in the 70s. Tell you what, Halo or Stone, if you're still out there, let me know how the audio is sounding. Pretty good? Is it choppy at all? Is the video good? You know, that way you're watching it right there, so you could let me know if you like. So I could do any changes if it absolutely needs to. Oh, that hurt. Back in 12th. After all that work I did, I'm back in 12th. Yeah, see, this course is hard enough, but when you're switching car after car after car after car, you don't get used to how well they handle. And it ends up hurting your lap times. See, I should be already close to the beach now, but I'm not. So this is probably going to be a good 18-minute race. Which is unfortunate, and so there goes all your valuable time, too. But like I said, I'm just trying to race as best I can. And all the accidents are genuine. I'm not flubbing the race in any way. I'm being as honest as I can. Because I gotta keep a good channel. I gotta keep an honest channel. And if I'd say I'm not a good racer, I'm not a good racer. So that's about that. Up. Hey, who's ever in chat there can say anytime, Skunk, you suck. Yes, I do right now. I really do. Oh. Can I start the day over again, please? But yeah, like all the other races, if I do good, I do good. If I do bad, I do bad. They're going to go on YouTube the same exact way. I don't edit anything out unless it's super disastrous and the whole stream goes screwy and feet up. But if not, hey, my mistakes are going to go on YouTube, just showing I'm being honest as I can with it. But yeah, after I'm done this particular stream, this particular race, I will join you again, and I'll be in game racing with you, Halo, and perhaps the other person that was in there, so just let me know. Alright, for whoever's still here in the stream, thank you for staying. I know it's been pretty torturous watching me race this car. But just stick around just for maybe a minute or two more and I'll be done. So you'll be free to do what you're doing, or if you want to even join me in racing on here, or just clowning around driving other places, I'll be available. So just ask me to join and I will. But, like I said, the only thing about me streaming, if you want to join me in my stream, I'll make the adjustments to where you could enter, but then you'll have to pay through the Patreon to keep the channel going. That's the only rule I have. Well, that one and don't be a troll. Yeah, 12th place I got in that one, sadly. My apologies. 1737,991. Yeah, that last round I dropped by a good 12 seconds. So then just collect the points off here. I'll stop the stream for now. I'll start streaming again a bit later on this afternoon. Because usually in the evening it's my daughter wants to play. And of course I want to be a good dad, let her play. So yeah, I'll see you after this little break. And see about the points I got. Yeah, 85 grand. I should have did a bit better than that. Wow, now that I'm all the way up in the 400s. The levels are 60,000 for each level that you gotta go up, and it's growing. I can only imagine how big the levels are when you reach 900s. Alright, let's see if I win anything on the spin. Alright, there's the 4C. That's the little brother of the 8C I just raced. Alright, looks like I got that. I'll take that 50 grand. But then I'm going to stop the stream for now. Join my friends in game. If you want to join in and look for me, I'll be on. Alright, thanks a bunch. See you in a bit.